we're back. 10-day movie shoot, come back. 2 for little boy.
2 for little boy.
I got to say those words tonight. 2 for little boy.
After months of waiting.
Mm-hmm. I got it out. Yeah, I did it too, just like we rehearsed. Although if people do go see this, I kind of wanted them to say 2 for Saving Private Rappaport.
Oh, God.
Where's your poster, man?
Oh, I left it in the theater. Why do I need that garbage in my house?
Why don't you need it? This will go great right next to my poster for the Identical.
Oh, fucking Christ. Well, that was not what I thought it was gonna be, but not better.
It's not very good. It is better than I thought it was gonna be.
It's better than most of these Christian movies.
Of all of the... Okay, if we're comparing it to the Christian movies that we go see, this one is probably the better one.
Especially
honestly,
if you're... Yeah, it is.
Like,
it's probably... It's better on almost every level than all of these that we've seen.
Yeah.
And the faith message is not horrible and extreme.
No, it's not at all,
It's actually kind of... It's quaint and uplifting.
It is honestly, like, one of the only ones of these kind of movies that actually is about being a Christian.
Yeah.
And actually is not about being a fucking hateful son of a bitch.
Yeah. It's about being unjudgmental, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, the message here in this movie is perfectly fine. It's probably the best of all of these movies that we have gone to see.
Message-wise, hands down.
Hands down, totally.
Quality of movie-wise, probably still better. Good movie? Fuck
no. It's got a lot of what the fuck moments.
It's got a lot of what the fuck moments. It's got a lot of logic problems. It's got a lot of weird little side stories that don't fucking matter.
Well, I mean, it's like a weird hybrid of, like, Norman Rockwell and Gene Shepard. Because it seems like it exists in a universe that, like, you know, A Christmas Story takes place in.
Yeah, but if Norman Rockwell painted in fucking cotton candy.
This movie is, it looks...
saccharine to the extreme.
Yeah, I've heard that this movie was made, like, 4 years ago. It feels like something that was made 20 years ago.
It feels like something made around the same time, like, Free Willy and the Mighty Ducks.
The Radio Flyer.
Yeah. It looks like something from that era of filmmaking. Like, just the quality of the actual images caught on film. It obviously was not made with newer cameras.
It doesn't seem to be.
And if they added that... It's weird, because it's got, like, that level of... Like, this was shot on real film that, like...
Yeah.
You hope for, but at the same time, it just looks off.
It looks... there's parts of it that look a little off. Some of it, actually, I thought was kind of good looking. But, I mean, maybe part of me appreciated how much it looked like something from, like, 94, because I don't fucking see that in the theater every fucking day. Also, I was appreciating that, given all of that... it did look way more like a movie compared to, like, Do You Believe or Old Fashioned or stuff like it. First of all, between Old Fashioned and Little Boy, what is with the titles of these goddamn movies? And at this theater, too, they put the poster for Get Hard right next to the poster of Little Boy. So if you come up here, it's going to say, Get Hard, Little Boy. What the fuck, Parkway?
Yeah, but just still overall, not a good movie. Well, much more tolerable than half the shit we've seen so far in this genre. But
you're right that there is a lot of stuff in this. The movie struggles a lot with tone.
Yeah.
That's kind of my issue with the movie. Like, when it starts out, you know, we're following this kid who, throughout this movie, is, you know, they're calling him Little Boy and...
a slur.
Like...
Little Boy.
Yeah, and I'm looking at him like, he looks like he's 8, which he is. Like, he doesn't look any...
Yeah, casting older kids to be his peers does not make him look smaller.
No, it doesn't. He just looks 8. He doesn't look any. He looks no shorter than a regular 8-year-old, which is what his character, which is the age of his character in the movie. If this movie wasn't called that, and if they didn't frequently refer to him being short, I wouldn't have thought anything of it. I wouldn't have even thought he looked short for his age, honestly.
No, yeah.
And meanwhile, like you got Kevin James as like the doctor who's trying to bang his mom, and Kevin James comes in like creeping it up big time, man. He's putting his arm on like Emily Watson's shoulder and is like, we're gonna have to be spending more time together. And he looks at the kid, he's like, as for you, we'll just call you little boy. This town is made of such creepy people. Like, the guy who's the photographer at the beginning looked like the master from Manos. And of course, you know that the Ted Levine is in there somewhere, and he is.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just... And yeah, because this movie, okay, the basic plot, which is in all the trailers, kid and his dad, they're best friends, and his dad goes to war because his brother can't because he has flat feet. Sure. Okay, World War II, I guess the draft age was 21 to 45, but Michael Rappaport's still looking a little too fucking old to be going to war.
Yeah, he's playing 40 in this movie, and he's got to be old. Well, maybe he was 40 when this movie was made.
But he goes to war, little boy's all sad, goes... And his brother is drinking and becoming more of an asshole. And I guess around the same time that his dad was supposed to come home, he gets taken as a POW. And at the same time, I guess the local Japanese internment camp released everybody, and the one Japanese guy in this town comes home.
This movie has to hold the record of how many times cute kid says the word Jap in a film. Yeah. This movie throws out the word Jap more than like a Tarantino movie throws out the N-word, which I gotta give it to this movie. This movie does not sugarcoat that kind of racism around that in that area.
No, it doesn't, but it feels so off in this movie.
It does because, well, real quick, like, I mean, it's throwing that around a lot in the movie. But meanwhile, when the kid is called the midget, Kevin James is like, oh, hey, don't say that. Yeah. That's offensive. That's a slur. You don't want to say that. Which,
at the time, no.
At the time, when you got, like, yeah, movies like Terror of Tiny Town and The Singer Midgets and Wizard of Oz and shit like that.
Yeah, no. Yeah, but Jap and Nib are apparently completely okay in this town. Oh, it's a fucked up little town they live in.
They do not sugarcoat this. And there's one part where they're at a movie theater, which this was... Okay, they're at a movie theater, and it's showing, like, an old, like, propaganda cartoon of the time, where the Japanese guy is drawn to bottle glasses, big teeth, the Tokyo Jokyo stuff. Here's the thing, though.
It wasn't an old cartoon.
No, it wasn't. And a lot of those old cartoons are in the public domain. They easily could have gotten one.
No, they got a new animator.
They newly animated this. And you could tell it was new animation too. Like this is new. They freshly animated this. Wow.
Yeah, so all this shit's going on, and the boy's trying to bring his dad home with faith by doing this list of essentially good deeds that everybody should be doing. The Tom Wilkinson playing the priest is essentially slightly conning this kid into doing good deeds and becoming friends with the Japanese guy.
Yeah, and that whole relationship in the movie I thought was quite good.
No, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
Between him and
But the movie could have just been about that.
It honestly could have, because that is in none of the trailers, and that's most of the focus of this movie.
And if the movie was just about that, not a bad, like, period kids movie.
Yeah, not a bad, like, okay, you'll find this would be good for, like, a Hallmark movie.
But everything else happens, and, like, the scene happens where the kid he causes an earthquake that moves the mountain, so the whole town's behind him, and he's going to the pier every day, and he's pointing right at Japan, trying to end the war. And then fucking Hiroshima happens.
This was
and the whole town,
so bizarre.
The whole town is cheering him on, saying, "You did it!
You did it, little boy!
You did it!
You did it!"
Because they read to him in the paper that the bomb, that it was called Operation Little Boy.
So it says the little boy did it, and he's riding through the town on his bicycle.
Did it.
Yeah, I did it. I did Hiroshima. Yeah, and I'm sitting
and like
there
in this
like
whole scene, it's like supposed to be sentimental and heartwarming, and it's like
it is playing like really happy music too. I forget the song. I forget what fucking song they were playing in that, but it's like a known happy tune that it was playing.
Hiroshima was supposed to be heartwarming in this, and then the kid has the darkest fucking dream sequence I've ever seen in a movie.
Before this dream sequence, there had been like kind of like he's envisioning him and his dad as like they're cowboys or they're pirates or they're thieves, and at one point like he envisions that like he's a samurai at one point. He has this dream sequence that looks okay, so it's a black and white shot of where the bomb hit, but like they had to have been inspired by Schindler's List here because everything is black and white, but he's wearing red.
And the bomb is red.
The bomb is sitting right there, just with
middle of the destruction. And it's just like, well, this is dark, and then it goes to a level shot instead of the above shot, and he's walking through a field of ashen children.
Children, like, hand in hand, like dancing around, just charred, like it looks like Terminator 2. Like, and then there's one guy is like a samurai, I think, and there's a bunch of other charred bodies. They are insane for thinking that they could have gotten a PG with this movie.
Yeah.
Because this movie, they tried so hard, the makers of this movie tried so hard to appeal the fact that they got a PG-13. That is insane.
Not with that scene in it.
Not with that scene. Not for how many slurs are in the movie, too.
Yeah. So Hiroshima happens, and they find out that Rappaport, his dad, gets killed in an internment camp during I guess a U.S. forces like attack on the internment camp in the Philippines. And so it shows Rappaport getting shot the fuck down, and someone stealing his boots, and then it cuts back, and they're dealing with his death. And, right before this, his brother beat the shit out of the Japanese guy, or his drunken asshole friend beats the shit out of the Japanese guy.
Ted Levine,
Yeah. Beats the shit out of the Japanese guy, and then he's in jail and gets out and blah, blah, blah. And then turns out Dad's not dead. After they have a funeral for him and everybody's mourned and shit, he's not dead. There was a mistake. Someone stole his boots, and those had his name tags, his dog tags on them.
I was picturing that was because I knew the dad was going to come back at the end.
Oh, yeah.
And I was picturing it.
Like, when they announced that he was dead, I was like, really?
No, I knew he was going to come back because somebody in the comments spoiled it for me. It was like, I can't wait for you to see this movie. Here's what happens. Thanks. So, but in my head, I was picturing, like, is he going to do his magic trick?
And bring him back out of the grave?
Yeah, and then he just, like, appears, like, or something like that, or comes out from the ground or something. That's kind of what I was picturing in my head, as much as this was built up. No, like, it's just, okay, they accidentally switch the boots, and, like, okay, they find him in the hospital at the end, and you were mentioning the bandage around.
Yeah, he's got this big, giant bandage around his head. Like, big, like, that fucking thick bandage wrapped around his head. And what they show when he gets injured is he gets shot, like, in the fucking chest. And falls down. And they get to the hospital, he's got this big bandage around his head, and he's like, he suffered a severe trauma. He's got this big bandage around his head, and I'm thinking, timeline-wise, all right, so they had enough time. They had enough time to plan a funeral, get a headstone carved, have the funeral, a couple weeks of sadness, and then they find out he's alive. So you're thinking, this is at least a fucking month.
I'm sure they probably did that to make you think, like, oh my god, does he not remember them, or something like that.
Well, and that was the thing. It was this visual clue. They're like, oh, he has a head trauma, but it's like, unless he's still fucking bleeding.
The best part of the ending to me was, okay, this movie's got a few different endings. Right after this, it fades to black, and you think, okay, it's over. And then it fades up again, and the car is driving towards, like, O'Hare. And
The name of the town.
yeah, and so Dave's sitting there like, oh my god, just end. And then it does.
It fades out again. It's like, why? Why did you need that shot? You ended on something heartwarming, ridiculous, but heartwarming. Why did you need that extra shot?
Because maybe the point of that shot was for people in the audience to say, my god, just end. And then it does, and they'll now
God!
Yeah, and now they'll believe in the Lord. That happened, and I looked at you in the theater, was like, well, you did it. The fuck?
I believe I can do this!
Hey, little Dave!
God damn it. This is what I need, another fucking nickname, you asshole.
Now that I overtop Slaver Brian.
No. And no matter what, no one else is faggot Josh.
Yeah. Fuck. All around, I thought the performances were pretty good in the movie.
Performances were fine. The kid was a little annoying, but what child actor isn't?
Well, the kid was, for the most part, fine. There were some issues, like, he didn't do crying very well, but also that whenever he was doing his magic thing, it was like he had to take the biggest shit.
But at the same time, that's a child, you know?
I mean, it is, but just don't have him make that sound.
Exactly.
Because it looked like he's not trying to save his dad, he's trying to get the Mongolian barbecue out of his stomach that he had for lunch that day. And it was, see, like, the town rally around, and the kids, like, on the pier just, is he gonna do it? Is he gonna pass that turd? I hope so. You can do it, little boy.
Just have some fucking bran.
Yeah. That's some apple juice.
Yeah.
But for the most part, the acting was fine.
The supporting cast was good. Just
Japanese dude was really good.
Japanese dude was really solid. Like, honestly, I didn't have a problem with any of the cast. Most of the shots in the movie were fine. Like, technically speaking, besides some writing issues, there's nothing terribly wrong with this movie other than it's just not very good.
Yeah, I mean, it's
for what it, like, if this was something we came across on Netflix that made in 1994, like, Disney produced kids movie, I'd be like, oh yeah, this fits that era really well. But you go back and you watch those movies aren't fucking very good either.
No. I mean, I know I'm being pretty lenient on this in the sense that I'm comparing it to all of those movies, the other Christian movies that we've had to go see.
Same here too. Like, I did not hate this movie at all.
Not at all.
It was completely what it was. It served its purpose. It wasn't a drag to sit there and watch it.
No, it wasn't, because there were a lot of what the fuck moments that were happening, and I wanted to see, like, what is gonna happen next. Like, because, like, you were talking about, like, I did it with the Hiroshima thing, and they're trying to, like, it was bizarre playing up this kid's racism for laughs.
Yeah.
That was kind of weird.
And the people behind us in the theater were loving those laughs.
Oh yeah. When he's told, like, he should make friends with Hashimoto, he goes up to him to give him a soda, and he just goes, "Hi, Jap," like that. And the audience is, ha ha ha. I'm like, really? Fucking really?
Yeah.
I mean, there's some editing in it that's weird, like, when it's cutting back and forth between, like, Rappaport and the war, and like they're showing, like, a grenade and also the boot that the bullies are playing keep away with, which, oh, that fucking bully, like, okay,
that kid was what, 30?
Right, that kid, like, okay, the main kid is being teased for being short, meanwhile here's this bully that looks like child Toxic Avenger. Really?
Yeah,
Whatever.
weird looking kid. And just, not even like a normal bully, just like, this dude, like, he kills frogs. You know he kills small animals.
This is like the kid from Return to Sleepaway Camp, just in the 1940s. Like he steals like the kid's like card that has all the things he needs to do on it to bring his dad back, and it's just unpleasant. They just chase him through the street. Like it is. I mean, it does have a payoff when he just whops the kid with a metal lunchbox.
Oh yeah. But then it doesn't do any. Nothing's mentioned about it.
No,
after.
it is just dropped from the movie.
Done.
Yeah,
it's done.
It is totally dropped from that point on. It's like, okay, yeah, in A Christmas Story, you don't really see Scut Farkus after he gets the shit beat out of him, but it's mentioned again in following scenes quite a bit.
Yeah. Just throw out a reference, let us know what, like, oh yeah, he's leaving me alone now. That's all you need.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, well, like the other kids, they liked him again after that, like the other kids who were bullying him, but you don't see the bully kid like anymore after that, so I just assume he killed him.
Yeah. Hit him right in the temple. Oh, yeah. It could have been so much worse, you know? It could have been.
You say like you're sad. Man, this could have been worse.
You know, there was a lot of build up for Little Boy. Mm-hmm. I was honestly actually just hoping for some straight up like hateful, crazy Christendom in this, and it didn't deliver that, which feels like relieving, but at the same time, kind of like, aw, you know, like aw.
Oh man!
At this rate, you know, as much as I like, honestly, As much as we're saying it's not the worst, I didn't enjoy it. But you know what? I don't think it's going to make the top 10 worst movies. Already, I can say it's not going to do that.
I'm sure I've already seen 10 movies this year that I would put on there way more than I would put this.
Yeah.
This movie is just like, if you find it on Hallmark some night, fine. Like,
yeah.
Okay, fine.
I wouldn't sit and watch it, but
no, but
it's
I mean,
there.
if you're going to, like, I can think offhand, like, people who would like this. My grandma would like this. My aunt would like it. Some of my aunts and uncles would probably like it. I mean, it's not, it's like you said, there's not anything hateful in its message or anything like that, but it's also not as what the fuck as something like The Identical.
Yeah.
Or Kirk Cameron Saving Christmas.
Oh, man.
I like that they had no idea what trailers to put in front of this.
No. There was only like 2.
There was a few. There was that Hillsong thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was obvious.
Yeah. But none of the trailers that we got in front of Do You Believe? The rest was just like Inside Out. That one, Paper Town.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like,
Brian and I got that a couple weeks ago.
This was my first time seeing that trailer, where the first half of the trailer is like, all right, you know, cute, like, you know, teen love story, whatnot.
And then for like 30 seconds it goes Gone Girl.
Yeah!
And then it lightens back up again.
It is at least halfway into that trailer that happens.
Yeah.
Like, suddenly, thriller?
And then, oh no, it's not. It's a road movie. It's like, I guess it's not a thriller.
I liked Fault in Our Stars. I don't know, maybe it'll be fine.
Like Brian and I got that trailer a few weeks ago. I can't remember one in front of.
Oh, probably Longest Ride.
Possibly, or maybe even it might have been Longest Ride. And we both said about that trailer, like, that movie doesn't look terrible. It doesn't look like it's for me, but it doesn't look terrible.
The tone of that trailer was all over the goddamn place.
Yeah, just real dark for like 10 seconds, right in the middle.
Yeah, and like. It's like Aloha, that trailer for Aloha.
Oh, yeah, we got that again.
We got that one again, where I still don't really know what that's about. It could be about anything. It's probably about a bunch of things. It might be fine. It's just a bad trailer.
No, yeah, and it's Cameron Crowe, and it's the thing about Cameron Crowe. Lately, he keeps making the same fucking movie over and over again. But you know what? It's still fucking watchable. But, you know, it's got the same Cameron Crowe shit. There's a little kid in it someplace. It's essentially a love story. The main character is a dude that's either looking for redemption or a little off his game. There's
a supporting cast that's like practically fighting each other on who's going to get the best supporting actor nomination.
That, and then the love interest is borderline too young for the main character.
Are you talking about Emma Roberts? Emma. Why am I blanking on
Stone?
Emma Stone, thank you. Fuck.
Yeah, borderline too young to be the love interest for the lead actor. No, you gotta you think about that. Like,
what's Cooper, 40 now?
Yeah, and she's probably mid to late 20s, but at the same time, when you look at them, like, you know, a couple of years ago, she was playing a high school student. You know what I mean?
Well, Cooper's going to be playing another high school student when they do the prequel series to Wet Hot American Summer.
Yes. But that's the thing about it. It's just like, it's like, did you wait till she was just barely, like, it's the same thing with, We Bought a Zoo was kind of similar to that.
Who's the love? Was Scarlett Johansson the love interest in that? Okay. I never actually saw We Bought a Zoo.
Which, you know, just maybe a couple years too young for Matt Damon to, you know, for that love interest.
Hollywood.
Yeah. And then before that, it was, what?
Elizabethtown? Was that the last movie he did before We Bought a Zoo?
Maybe. And actually, the ages on that one weren't bad.
Actually, that was, yeah.
But you go back into it, Jerry Maguire. In reality, Reese Witherspoon, way too fucking young for Tom Cruise.
Cruise was like 35 when he was in that.
Yeah, she was like 22.
That's nothing.
Oh, she was probably a little older than that. But then considering, you know, Tom Cruise in real life, yeah, and it seems right for him.
Yeah, he looks the same as he did in Jerry Maguire.
Well, Cruise can pull off younger woman the same way Affleck can pull off, you know, turn in a lesbian. For some reason, it just fucking works.
He's got the touch, man.
Yeah.
Geely chasing Amy. I don't know how he does it.
I hope it fucking happens in Dawn of Justice.
Yeah, we didn't get that trailer in front of Little Boy.
Jesus.
I'll bet you we do in a couple of days in front of Age of Ultron. Get to see that bleak-ass trailer on the big screen.
I don't know that that'll play before Age of Ultron.
I bet it will.
It might, but you know what? Two hugely competing companies.
Yeah. I mean,
they might not allow that to play before. It might. I won't rule it out, but I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't.
I don't know, because we see trailers for DC movies in front of Marvel movies. Look at how many times we got the trailer for, like, Green Lantern and, you know, the Batman movies. Like, I wouldn't be... I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe it won't. Maybe it won't, but...
I won't be surprised if it does, but I really won't be surprised if it doesn't. And especially since there's so much shit talk between those two companies are gunning for each other right now. And quite frankly, Marvel's gonna win because Dawn of Justice looks like a fucking piece of shit.
Do you bleed?
You
will.
When they announced Affleck, I was one of the few people that's like, fuck yeah, Affleck, good older Bruce Wayne. And they announced Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. I was like, you know, he's a little young, but he's a good actor. I was hoping Zack Snyder would lighten the tone, bring it up a little bit more, like have some fun with fucking Superman. Like, all right, you're gonna start the universe, let's get this going. Nope.
That trailer is like fucking 8mm dark, man. That trailer is like fucking hell, man. That makes like the Dark Knight movies look like Iron Man. Fucking Christ. Affleck's the best part of that trailer.
Oh, easily.
Oh yeah, I think Affleck is. I think he's gonna be the best part of that movie. Like I thought he was fine in that trailer.
I honestly, I've always thought he was gonna be the best part of that movie. But oh fuck that DC movie universe. Everything I see of it, from fucking Man of Steel was terrible. I'll have this argument with anybody to the end of fucking time. That was not a good movie. Fucking. The only thing I've liked about the DC universe at all so far is they cast Affleck as Batman. And I know I'm in the minority of that, but look at that shitty picture of Momoa as Aquaman.
I haven't seen that.
Oh, it's...
They released a photo of him? I must have missed that.
He's underwater Khal Drogo.
Sweet.
And then the fucking Jared Leto Joker.
Juggalo Joker?
If anybody is excited about that interpretation of the Joker, they're a fucking idiot. A fucking idiot.
I'm curious. I don't know. Like, yeah, I didn't. I'll have to see like it in action before I write that off completely. But
no, I'm writing it off.
You're writing it off now.
Right fucking now. You know what? Jared Leto is a very good actor. And when he was cast as Joker, I was like, you know what? If they're going to recast that role already after such an amazing, iconic performance from Heath Ledger, Jared Leto,
Yeah.
I could see this. And then they released that picture. Oh.
Welcome to Detroit. That was something. It stayed in my nightmares a little bit.
Yeah.
Fucking teeth staring daggers at me and shit. Yeah, wasn't expecting that.
Whatever. 2 more days till a good movie.
Yeah, we're
2 days till a good movie.
Gonna be Age of Ultron in a couple days. Pretty sure that's the only thing that comes out.
I hope to God it's good.
I'm hearing good things about it.
I am too, but you know what? With the Marvel movies, every time I feel like I'm going in with I try and go in with low expectations, just for my own protection. I think.
Sure.
But I've heard nothing but really good things for what for the kind of movie it is. But man, I'm hoping.
I'm going in like I want to see Spader kill some shit.
Well, yeah, Spader. Fucking Spader. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. It's gonna be the best Downey Spader movie since Lesson Zero.
Ooh.
Fuck yeah. Got the tough turf gang back.
I like it.
So we'll be back in a couple of days.
Yes.
See ya.